You guys really seemed to like my video on statistics about Pokemon stats, so I'm back with another one, this time looking at Mega Pokemon stats. Some Megas are a lot stronger than others. For example, Mega Sableye has a BST of 480, while Mega Rayquaza has a BST of 780. So to make comparisons more fair, instead of looking at Mega Pokemon's actual stats, I'll be looking at their stat increases, or the difference between their Mega stats and regular stats. Throughout the video, I'll be showing the stat differences like this, with attack in red, defense in orange, special attack in yellow, special defense in green, and speed in blue. Every single Mega except Zygarde increases its BST by 100 when it Mega evolves, so this should give us an accurate look into how Mega Evolution changes Pokemon stats overall. You might be wondering why I've not mentioned HP, but that's because there's not a single Mega Pokemon that changes its HP stat upon Mega Evolution. I've done some research online and no one seems to know why this is. If you know about the back end of the games and have a theory as to why no Megas increase their HP, leave a comment and share your ideas. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. The first thing I want to look at is the biggest increases and decreases in each stat. The biggest increase to attack is Mewtwo X with 80, followed by Beedrill, Lopunny, Diancie, Heracross, and Skarmory with 60. The biggest increase to defense is Slowbro with 70, followed by Scolipede with 60, then Sableye, Salamence, Chesnaught, and Aggron with 50. The biggest increase to special attack is Zygarde with a massive 125, followed by Raichu Y with 70 and Pidgeot with 65. The biggest increase to special defense is Sableye with 50, followed by Malamar and Emboar with 45, then Dragalge, Darkrai, Ordino, Chesnaught, Crabominable, and Mawile with 40. And the biggest increase to speed is Absol Z with 76, followed by Beedrill with 70, then Lucario Z with 61. So the biggest increase by far is Zygarde's 125 special attack, 45 points behind that is Mewtwo X's attack, and then the highest non-legendary stat change is Absol Z's speed. The smallest increases in any stat were Pidgeot's defense, Phalanx's special defense, and Starmie's speed, which all increased by 5. Only a handful of Megas have a stat decrease, so I'll run through them all. The biggest decrease to attack is Zygarde with 30, followed by Lucario Z and Dragonite with 10. The biggest decrease to defense is Diancie with 40, followed by Zygarde and Skarmory with 30, Mewtwo Y with 20, and Garchomp Z with 10. The only decrease to special attack is Beedrill with 30. The biggest decrease to special defense is Diancie with 40, followed by Zygarde with 10. And the biggest decrease to speed is Scolipede with 50, followed by Darkrai with 40, then Abomasnow and Sableye with 30, Camerupt and Chesnaught with 20, and finally Heracross, Garchomp, Ampharos, Heatran, and Crabominable with 10. There's 93 Megas and 19 of them decrease at least one stat, which works out as 20.4%. 11 Megas decrease their speed, which is 11.8%. There's 22 stat decreases overall, which means exactly 50% of Mega stat drops are in the speed stat. The only Megas to decrease multiple stats are Zygarde and Diancie. Zygarde has an overall decrease of 70, while Diancie has an overall decrease of 80. By losing 80 points in its defensive stats, Diancie is able to increase its attack, special attack, and speed by 60 points each, for an impressive overall increase of 180. Considering Mega Pokemon gain 100 points to their BST, gaining almost double that in your speed and offenses makes for an absolutely insane stat change. Next, I want to look at the average increases in each stat. I'll be looking at the mode, the median, and the mean to get a good overall idea of the averages. First is the mode. The most common attack change is plus 30, with 16 Megas gaining 30 attack. The most common defense change is plus 20, with 22 Megas gaining 20 defense. The most common special attack change is a tie between plus 30 and 0, with 15 Megas gaining 30 special attack, and 15 Megas not changing their special attack. The most common special defense change is plus 20, with 25 Megas gaining 20 special defense. And the most common speed change is 0, with 26 Megas not changing their speed. The most immediately obvious thing here is that all of these numbers are either 0 or a multiple of 10. Not including HP, out of a total 465 stat changes, 302 or 64.9% are a multiple of 10. Then 86 stat changes or 18.5% are 0, and only 77 stat changes or 16.6% are not multiple of 10. Excluding zeros, 302 out of 379 or 79.7% of stat changes were multiples of 10. Now looking at the median attack increase is 25, the median defense increase is 20, the median special attack increase is 30, the median special defense increase is 20, and the median speed increase is 10. Speed stands out as being the lowest by quite a bit, but that makes sense considering it's the most common stat to have decreased. Special attack being the highest also makes sense considering it's the least common stat to have decreased. Finally, looking at the mean, attack averages out to 25.6, defense averages out to 19.2, special attack averages out to 26.3, special defense averages out to 17.4, and speed averages out to 11.1. So the mean stat change overall is 19.9. Speed once again seems to be the lowest because it's the most commonly decreased stat, so what if we ignore decreases? The mean attack would increase by 1.4 to 27.0, defense would increase by 2.6 to 21.8, special attack would increase by 0.6 to 26.9, special defense would increase by 1 to 18.4, and speed would increase by 4.4 to 15.5. So speed is still the lowest, but this time it's only behind by 2.9 instead of 6.3. The majority of my averages gave higher results for attacking stats than defensive ones, which is what I expected before doing any calculations. Most Mega Pokemon increase their offensive stats more, since higher attacking stats are generally more useful and cool to most fans than higher defensive stats. 55 Megas or 59.1% increase their attacking stats more than defensive ones. 30 Megas or 32.3% increase their defensive stats more than their attacking ones. And 8 Megas or 8.6% increase both attacking and defensive stats evenly. If you're curious, those 8 Megas are Pinsir, Aerodactyl, Gengar, Camerupt, Latias, Pyro, Drampa, and Golurk. Mega Pokemon were released in 4 main groups: the X and Y Megas, the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Megas, the ZA Megas, and the Mega Dimensions Megas. So I'm going to look at how the stats differ between the 4 groups. Mega Latias and Latios are listed as X and Y Megas on Bulbapedia, but they're both completely unobtainable in those games, so I've included them in the Oras group instead. Looking at the mean, the group with the highest attack is X and Y with 28.9, then Oras with 28.3, then ZA with 22.5, and Mega Dimensions with 22.1. The highest defense is Oras with 28.1, then X and Y with 21.5, then Mega Dimensions with 17.1, and ZA with 16.3. The highest special attack is Mega Dimensions with 30.0, then ZA with 28.7, then X and Y with 23.9, and Oras with 23.0. The highest special defense is ZA with 21.9, then Mega Dimensions with 18.2, then X and Y with 16.8, and Oras with 11.8. The highest speed is Oras with 15.3, then Mega Dimensions with 12.7, then ZA with 9.04, and X and Y with 9.0. So we can see that the Gen 6 Megas favour physical attack and defense, while the Gen 9 Megas favour special attack and special defense, and speed is hit or miss. The biggest increase is Mega Dimensions special attack, which is surprising considering Mega Zygarde's 125 special attack boost belongs to ZA. Mega Dimensions actually being the highest seems to be because out of the 19 Megas, none of them lost any special attack, 3 of them didn't change their special attack, and 11 out of the 19 had a special attack boost of 30 or more, including some massive increases like Raichu Y, Garchomp Z, and Meowstic. The lowest increase being X and Y speed also makes sense when you look into it. 4 Megas lose speed and 8 don't change their speed, so only 16 out of 28, or just over half of them, are even increasing their speed. There's also no massive speed increases in X and Y. The highest is Absol with 40, and everyone else's speed increase ranges from 10 to 30. The ZA's average speed being so low is a similar story, with the highest speed increases being Delphox, Electros, and Skarmory with only 30 each. Also, Scolipede with minus 50 is massively pulling down the average. If we excluded Scolipede, ZA's average speed jumps from 9.04 to 11.40, meaning it would be just behind Mega Dimensions. Oras and Mega Dimensions having much higher speed stats seems to be thanks to just 4 Megas: Beedrill, Diancie, Absol Z, and Lucario Z. Each game having 2 Megas with speed increases in the 60s and 70s significantly brings up the averages. If we ignore these 4, the average speed for Oras would go down to 9.7, and the average speed for Mega Dimensions would be just 6.1. I have a bunch of random things to go through that don't fit into a category, so I'm going to quickly go through them all now. 35 Megas change all 5 stats, 32 Megas change 4 stats, 24 Megas change 3 stats, and only 2 Megas change 2 of their stats. Slowbro only changes defense and special attack, while Absol Z only changes attack and speed. The only other Mega to only increase 2 stats is Zygarde, who increases special attack and speed, but it decreases its defenses and physical attack, so all 5 stats do change. 5 pairs of Megas have the exact same stats: Swampert and Scrafty, Rayquaza and Greninja, Medicham and Blaziken, Aerodactyl and Pinsir, and Chandelure and Floette. All 5 of these pairs change all 5 stats, with every single stat change being 10, 20, 30, or 40. The lowest BST Pokemon to get a Mega Evolution is a tie between Sableye and Mawile with 380, becoming 480 after Mega Evolving. And the highest BST Pokemon to have a Mega Evolution is Zygarde Complete with 708, then Mewtwo and Rayquaza with 680, then a variety of Legendaries and Pseudo-Legendaries with 600, then Eternal Floette with 551, Gyarados with 540, and Swampert with 535. Even though Zygarde Complete has the highest BST of a Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, the highest BST Mega is actually a tie between the 2 Mega Mewtwo's and Rayquaza with 780 BST, and Mega Zygarde is just behind with 778. Zygarde is the only Mega to not increase its BST by 100 after Mega Evolving. Its BST only goes up by 70. This means the mean or average stat increase for Mega Evolutions is 99.7. And that's everything. If you enjoyed the video, consider hitting like and subscribe as it really helps out the channel. And if you want to see more statistics videos like this, leave a comment to let me know. Thanks for watching and hopefully I'll see you next time.